Let me ask you something important. Have you ever felt that life, especially after 75, can be like walking along a thin edge? One misstep, one sudden health crisis, and everything changes. Yet here's the surprising truth. Most of the serious, life-altering conditions that older adults face aren't random or inevitable. They come down to a handful of threats, five specific dangers that claim the majority of lives in this age group. And the real eye-opener is that, with the right knowledge, many of these can be minimized or even prevented. In this video, we're going to dive deep into those five main threats that put older adults at risk. Some may sound obvious, while others could catch you off guard. But in each section, I'll share why these issues become so dangerous after 75, how to recognize the early warning signs, and most importantly, what simple but powerful steps you can take to protect yourself or the people you love. Now, let me be honest. The goal here isn't to scare you, it's to empower you. Because once you understand what's really going on inside your body, once you know how to spot the silent warning signs, you can take action. You can make the changes that keep you healthier, safer, and living on your own terms for as long as possible. Stay with me, because each of these five threats comes with practical tips you can start using right away. No need for extreme diets or punishing exercise regimens. Often it's a series of small, consistent choices that safeguard your future. By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer sense of what's truly worth focusing on so you can live with greater independence and peace of mind. Let's jump in. 1. Heart disease, the unseen engine that drives everything. If your body were a car, your heart would be the engine. And just like an engine that hasn't been properly maintained, a neglected heart eventually gives out. Heart disease remains the single greatest cause of death for people over 75. Yet it often develops silently over many decades. Why it's so dangerous? High blood pressure, known as the silent killer, can slowly damage your arteries without clear symptoms. You might feel perfectly normal until one day you experience a heart attack or stroke out of the blue. Cholesterol buildup in your arteries narrows the pathways your blood flows through, forcing your heart to work harder with each beat. Over time, this strain wears down the cardiovascular system. Many people assume that tiredness, occasional chest discomfort, or shortness of breath are just inevitable parts of getting older. However, these can be crucial red flags that your heart's asking for help. Why it matters after 75. Your blood vessels lose elasticity as the years go by. Your metabolism slows down, and your heart doesn't bounce back from stress the way it used to. Even small imbalances, like slightly elevated blood pressure or borderline cholesterol, can have bigger impacts simply because your heart doesn't tolerate strain as well as it did at 40 or 50. What you can do, starting today. 1. Stay mindful of your blood pressure. Check it regularly. Even if you don't like going to the doctor often, simple at-home monitors can help you keep track. High blood pressure often shows no symptoms, so data is your best friend. 2. Revamp your diet gradually. You don't have to cut out every treat overnight. Instead, add more vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and lean proteins. For instance, consider using herbs instead of salt, or switching to healthier oils like olive oil. 3. Move in a way you enjoy. Whether it's walking with friends, gentle stretching in the living room, or a low-impact activity like swimming, any movement helps your heart stay strong. Consistency is more important than intensity. 4. Manage stress. Chronic stress elevates hormones like cortisol that can wreak havoc on blood pressure and overall heart health. Simple practices, deep breathing, a relaxing hobby, or a daily phone call to a loved one can lower stress levels. 5. Talk to your doctor about any changes. If you experience unusual fatigue, persistent swelling in your ankles, or sudden shortness of breath, don't write it off as normal aging. Let a professional evaluate you. Remember, your heart might be aging, but it's still incredibly resilient if given the right support. By maintaining it like you would a valuable car engine, you can keep cruising comfortably for many more miles on life's journey. 2. Falls and fractures, the swift thief of independence. Imagine this scenario. You're simply reaching for something on a high shelf when you lose your balance and fall. Suddenly, you're in pain, possibly hospitalized, and your entire routine is disrupted. Falls are one of the most frequent and preventable reasons seniors lose their independence. Why falls become more common. Turn on turns. Reduced muscle mass. After 75, muscle atrophy picks up speed if you aren't actively working to maintain strength. This means you have less stability and weaker reflexes. Slower reaction time. Aging can affect coordination and balance. Situations that used to be no problem, like stepping off a curb, can become risky if your brain doesn't process that change quickly. Home hazards, loose rugs, cluttered walkways, or insufficient lighting are often all it takes. Something as simple as a small slip-on tile can lead to significant injuries, such as a fractured hip. The real danger. It's not just the initial injury. A fall can trigger a domino effect. You might need surgery, which leads to a hospital stay. Prolonged bed rest can cause muscle wasting, making you even weaker. Losing confidence in your mobility might make you more sedentary, which then raises the risk of further falls and other health complications. How to prevent falls. 1. Strengthen your core and legs. Focus on exercises that improve balance, like standing on one foot, with a sturdy chair or countertop for support, or gentle Tai Chi if you're up for it. Even seated exercises with resistance bands can help build lower body strength. 2. Eliminate home hazards. Look around your living space. Secure any loose cables, remove rugs that slide easily, and ensure your home is well lit, even in hallways. Night lights in the bathroom or near your bed can prevent midnight accidents. 3. Address medication side effects. Some prescriptions cause dizziness or drowsiness. If you've ever felt lightheaded when standing, talk to your doctor about adjusting dosages or switching medications. 4. Use assistive devices if needed. There's no shame in using a cane or walker for extra stability. Think of it as a tool for independence, not a sign of limitation. Mindset shift. Preventing falls isn't about living in fear. It's about staying proactive, staying strong, and making small adjustments. The goal is to keep doing the things you love without the looming risk of a devastating injury. The right strategy can make your everyday environment safe enough to move freely, maintain your independence, and enjoy life without constantly worrying about a stumble. 3. Respiratory illnesses. When every breath counts. Breathing is something we rarely think about until it becomes difficult. As we move past 75, the lungs can become more vulnerable to chronic conditions, infections, and inflammation. The result? Simple tasks like climbing stairs or even talking for a while can leave you gasping for air. Common respiratory threats. COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. This includes chronic bronchitis and emphysema. Years of exposure to pollutants or cigarette smoke, even secondhand smoke, can lead to breathing difficulties that worsen over time. Pneumonia. What might start as a mild cold or cough can escalate quickly in older adults. Pneumonia can become dangerous fast when the immune system and lung capacity are already compromised. Asthma and allergies. Even if you never had serious issues with them before, aging can change how your body responds to triggers like dust, mold, or pet dander. Why it's more serious after 75. Chronic, reduced lung capacity. With age, lung tissues become less elastic and the diaphragm weakens. This makes it harder to take deep, cleansing breaths. Slower immune response. It's not that your immune system is gone, but it may not react as forcefully to an invading pathogen. A minor infection can spiral into something major. Less physical reserve. When younger, missing a few nights of sleep or skipping a balanced diet for a few days may not drastically affect breathing. Past 75, however, every aspect of health is interconnected, so poor sleep or inadequate nutrition can affect your lung function more severely. How to protect your lungs. 1. Stay active. Gentle exercises such as walking or light aerobics help expand your lungs and clear out mucus. If mobility is limited, even breathing exercises, where you inhale deeply and exhale slowly, can keep airways more flexible. 2. Watch air quality. If you live in an area with pollution or high pollen counts, consider air purifiers indoors. Keep your home free of mold and dust. Regularly wash bedding and vacuum floors. 3. Vaccinations. Talk to your doctor about getting vaccinated against flu and pneumonia. These simple shots can significantly reduce your risk of severe respiratory infections. 4. Quit smoking or limit exposure. If you still smoke, speak to a healthcare professional about cessation programs. Even occasional or secondhand smoke poses a real danger for older lungs. 5. Hydration and nutrition. Staying hydrated helps keep mucus thinner and easier to clear. A balanced diet that includes plenty of fruits and vegetables ensures your body has the micronutrients to maintain lung health. Don't let breathing troubles sneak up on you. Make lung care part of your daily routine so every breath feels more like a gift than a challenge. 4. Stroke, a sudden devastating hit. Strokes are especially scary because they can strike with little warning, leaving you with life-altering effects in a matter of minutes. This is one of the leading causes of death and disability after 75. Yet up to 80% of strokes can be prevented with the right lifestyle and medical interventions. Understanding what a stroke is. A stroke happens when blood flow to a portion of the brain is cut off, ischemic stroke, or when a blood vessel in the brain ruptures, hemorrhagic stroke. In both cases, the affected brain cells begin to die almost immediately due to a lack of oxygen. Key risk factors. 1. High blood pressure. This is the single most important factor. Over time, high pressure can damage the walls of your arteries, making them more prone to blockages or ruptures. 2. Atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat that can cause blood clots to form in the heart, which might travel to the brain and cause a stroke. 3. Diabetes and high cholesterol. Excess sugar and fat in the blood can lead to arterial damage and plaque buildup. 4. Smoking and obesity both compromise circulation, increase blood pressure, and raise the likelihood of clots. Warning signs to never ignore. Sudden numbness or weakness in the face, arm, or leg, especially on one side of the body. Was confusion, trouble speaking or understanding. Blurred or lost vision in one or both eyes. Difficulty walking, dizziness, or loss of balance. A sudden severe headache with no known cause. If you or someone around you shows these symptoms, call emergency services immediately. Every minute counts. Preventive measures. Monitor your blood pressure. Aim for a healthy range, which is typically around 120/80 to 130/80 mmHg, depending on individual factors. Stay consistent with medications. If you've been prescribed blood thinners or medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or arrhythmia, take them as directed. Adopt a stroke-friendly diet. Increase fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and low-fat dairy. Limit salt, especially if you struggle with high blood pressure. Regular physical activity, even moderate exercise like a daily walk, can lower stroke risk by improving circulation and controlling weight. Limit alcohol and avoid tobacco. Both can damage blood vessels and spike blood pressure. A stroke can be devastating, but in many cases, the power lies in your hands and daily habits to reduce the risk dramatically. Think of it as building a protective shield around your brain, one healthy habit at a time. Cognitive decline, the slow fade of independence. There's something uniquely frightening about losing your mental sharpness. Forgetting cherished memories, struggling to recognize friends or family, or losing the ability to handle daily tasks you once did effortlessly. Conditions like dementia and Alzheimer's disease can be profoundly life-changing, not just for the person affected, but for everyone around them. Why cognitive decline happens. Changes in brain structure. Over time, proteins in the brain can accumulate into plaques and tangles, interfering with normal brain function. Reduced blood flow. Anything that affects your cardiovascular health also impacts your brain, since it relies on efficient blood flow to function optimally. Genetics and lifestyle. While some genetic predispositions exist, lifestyle factors, diet, exercise, social interaction, play a huge role in how quickly or severely cognitive decline sets in. Signs to look for. Equiner consistently misplacing items and forgetting where they might be. Trouble following conversations or finding the right words. Difficulty completing familiar tasks like managing finances or cooking a regular recipe. Changes in mood and personality, including increased anxiety, aggression, or withdrawal. Early detection is crucial. The sooner you recognize these signs, the more you can do to slow or manage the progression. Keeping your mind strong. 1. Mental stimulation, reading, puzzles, learning a new language or skill, anything that challenges your brain to form new connections. 2. Physical exercise, regular movement boosts blood flow to the brain. It also helps manage risk factors like high blood pressure and obesity, which can worsen cognitive decline. 3. Social interaction. Loneliness and isolation can speed up memory problems. Engaging with family, friends, or community groups keeps your mind agile. 4. Nutrient-rich diet. Foods high in antioxidants, berries, leafy greens, and healthy fats, fish nuts, support brain function. Limit refined sugars and processed foods that can lead to metabolic issues. 5. Adequate sleep. Your brain uses sleep to clear out waste and consolidate memories. Chronic sleep deprivation can accelerate cognitive decline. Remember, losing some memory as you age isn't unusual. But when those changes start to disrupt your day-to-day life, it's a signal you shouldn't ignore. By proactively caring for your brain, staying curious, active, and connected, you stand a better chance of preserving clarity and independence. Bringing it all together, your health, your choice. We've explored the 5 major threats that claim the vast majority of lives after 75: heart disease, falls, respiratory illnesses, stroke, and cognitive decline. Yet for all their seriousness, each one can often be either prevented or greatly mitigated. The key is catching them early, being attentive to your body's warning signals, and making steady, manageable lifestyle changes. A holistic view. Don't think of these 5 dangers as separate issues. They often overlap. For example, a healthy diet and regular physical activity reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke, help maintain strong muscles to prevent falls, support lung function, and can even improve brain health. Most of the steps you take to address one threat also help reduce the others. Small steps, big results. It's not about a drastic overhaul. It's about steady improvements. Switching that salty snack for a handful of almonds, adding 15 minutes of walking to your day, staying in touch with friends and family for mental and emotional stimulation. These little changes stack up in powerful ways over time. Building your support network. Don't do this alone. Talk to your doctor about regular screenings. Reach out to friends or neighbors who might want to join you in a daily walk or exercise routine. Discuss any concerns with your loved ones so they understand what you're facing and can offer help. Remember, health is a team effort. Mindset matters. Perhaps the most important piece is believing that change is possible. Many older adults assume it's too late or that illness is inevitable. But every day, people well into their 70s, 80s, and even 90s make remarkable strides in strength, mental clarity, and vitality. It starts with shifting your mindset from resignation to possibility. Conclusion, the next move is yours. If you've made it this far, it shows you're serious about understanding these health risks and doing something about them. Think of each topic we've covered as an invitation. Heart disease, treat it like a high-priority engine tune-up. Keep your heart well-maintained through a balanced diet, moderate exercise, and regular checkups. Prevent falls and injuries. Transform your living space into a safe haven where you can move confidently, while also keeping your muscles as strong as possible. Respiratory health. Breathe easy by keeping your air clean, your body active, and your immune defenses ready. Stroke prevention. Pay attention to your blood pressure and other cardiovascular factors. Don't let a silent risk build up and strike out of nowhere. Cognitive wellness. Give your brain the workout and social stimulation it craves. Stay curious, never stop learning, and keep those neural pathways active. Finally, remember that life doesn't end at 75. Far from it. Many find this chapter of life to be a time of newfound freedom, exploration, and deeper connections. By understanding and addressing these 5 main threats, you give yourself the best chance at enjoying every moment. Your action steps. 1. Pick one area to focus on. Start small. Maybe it's your heart health or fall prevention. Commit to making one improvement this week. 2. Share your plan. Tell a friend or family member what you're doing. Accountability can be a powerful motivator. 3. Stay informed. Keep learning about these topics. The more you know, the more you can take control of your well-being. 4. Celebrate wins. Each time you incorporate a new habit, like daily stretches or reducing salt in meals, give yourself credit. It's progress that deserves acknowledgement. If you found this video useful, feel free to leave a comment with your thoughts or any personal experiences you'd like to share. Your story might inspire someone else to take that crucial first step. And if you know someone who could benefit from these insights, go ahead and share this video with them. Thank you for joining me today and investing time in your own health. Let's keep moving forward, stronger, sharper, and more determined than ever to make the golden years truly golden. Stay well, stay active, and I'll see you in the next video.